Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Kabalyero and I'm here at the VAW arena for VAW Elite or VAW Elite. VAW means Virtual Attitude Wrestling. And I'm just standing here outside the railings. I think it's called the railings or the barricade, waiting for the event or show to start. If you are watching this in YouTube right now, or if you saw my tweet in Twitter and you are already in Second Life, well, all you have to do is drop by or come down here at the VAW arena to enjoy this event or show. And it will start in just a few minutes. Right now, there are already a good number of avatars here in the VAW arena waiting for the show to start. Looking at the group notice from VAW, it says here, and I quote, "We're only 2 weeks away from the greatest spectacle that Second Life professional wrestling has ever seen and will ever see. Undisputed 7. Going into its 7th year of existence, Undisputed 7 will feature various dynamic personalities as they display just why they're the best wrestlers on the grid. As for tonight, Virtual Attitude Wrestling presents Elite. Join us at 5 p.m. SLT or Second Life time as we're on the journey to Undisputed 7. We hope to see you all there." That was the message in the most recent group notice from VAW. Again, VAW means Virtual Attitude Wrestling.
Everybody doing tonight? Sounds good. So I got some news earlier today.
So right now, I'm looking at Tomahawk. His name is Tomahawk, right? Yes, VAW Pro Wrestler Tomahawk. It's Henry Parker. Okay, so he changed his name to Tomahawk. Last week his name was Henry Parker. Now it's the Tomahawk. Anyway, so he's in the ring and he is saying something. Unfortunately, the volume is very low. Do I need to get closer? Anyway, let's go and try to listen to what the Tomahawk is saying.
I'm supposed to wrestle him in a match that cements my legacy here in AEW. Ever since I got here, I had one goal, and that was to main event Undisputed. And I wanted to main event, but I also wanted to become the VAW World Heavyweight Champion. The current VAW World Heavyweight Champion is J. Alexander Frost. You guys like J. Alexander Frost? Didn't think so. But you know what? That was my goal, and last year I came here and I accomplished that goal. I accomplished that goal. I main evented Undisputed 6. I was in the main event with Pasta and Trey Steele, and I don't really count that victory. Why? Because it's a tainted victory. And to be honest, all that happened was we had like a 60-minute match, a grueling match at that, and then at the very end, Trey Steele, who was currently in the culture at the time, just laid down for me and I pinned him. And we basically screwed Pasta Lopez. You guys like Pasta Lopez? We basically screwed Pasta out of his title. And I gotta admit, that stuck with me. That stuck with me a lot. And I wanted to come into this year and prove myself in this new era of VAW. I wanted to climb back up the mountain and win that VAW World Heavyweight Championship one more time in the first Undisputed of the new era. And you know what? Tonight could have been the night that I proved to everyone that I'm not just here for a free ride. I'm earning everything just like everybody else in the back is. Last year, after losing 12 matches out of the 14 that I wrestled, I wanted to prove to everyone that not only doubted my abilities, but I wanted to prove to myself that I'm able to get to the top of the heap. All this week I trained. I trained mentally, physically, everything you can think of. I trained so hard. Once I realized that my shot at greatness was approved by the general manager, I had a chance to advance in the qualifying match that I would have had tonight. Not just blowing smoke. I really trained harder than I've ever trained before. And then it happened. Yesterday I went through a normal practice. I ran the ropes. I practiced my lariats, my drop kicks, my shining wizards, everything, every move that you can think of, I practiced. And then immediately after my training session, I went for my yearly checkup. And I said yearly because I really can't stand hospitals, And I was told that that I've got a slipped disc in my neck, and I wasn't even aware of it. And not only that, it appears that I've become so numb to being physically destroyed week in and week out that there's actually a lot of underlying issues that I'd never even noticed that could have potentially put me out of action permanently. With that said, and there's no way that I'm leaving any of this. This is what I love to do. But for right now, not because I want to, but because I have to, I'll be going on an extended break, I guess you can call it, for quite some time. I don't know when I'll be back. I don't know if I'll be able to come back. I don't know if I can wrestle again. But I sure as hell am gonna try, because this, like I said, this is what I love to do. Being in this ring and entertaining all of you is what I love to do. This, right here, this is where I love to be, in the middle of the ring. So with that said, I'm not trying to be too dramatic. If you loved me or if you hated me, I thank you all. Your support over the years has been appreciated, no matter where I've been, if it's been here or elsewhere. And, the show must go on. So as for tonight, I handpicked someone to replace me in this qualifying match against Skillix. And I hope you guys enjoy the show. So again, see you around. Thank you for everything, and I'll see you when I see you, I guess.
Okay, so we just heard from the Tomahawk Henry Parker, and it seems that he won't be able to compete in today's VAW Elite because he has some kind of injury, and according to him, he is taking a time off. I'm not sure if he will appear in any future shows, Well, he didn't say that, but maybe he will work, or what do you call this, contribute as a commentator. Of course, I also don't know that. I'm just speculating. Anyway, that was the message of the Tomahawk, that he is taking a break. Maybe, well, obviously to heal himself, and hopefully he'll get better and return to action, or return to active combat duty. Wow, it sounds like very militaristic. I think I think that is the word for that. Active duty, combat duty. Anyway, so look, that someone is on stage. So let's go listen to what that person is saying. And I don't even know who that is.
Congratulations are in order. After you sign the contract, sitting on the commentary desk, you will now be one of the head commentators for the VAW. So if you don't mind, follow me to the commentating desk so we can get this over and done with.
And I guess I was correct with my assumption. It seems that the Tomahawk Henry Parker will work, or will continue his duty as a commentator, and that is according to the current VAW Elite manager, show manager, Pinky Rodex. And of course, both of them are now in the official commentators table. And the show is about to start. And look at all those lights. Well, it's somewhat lagging. Nothing I can do about that. There are a whole bunch of avatars here in the VAW arena, waiting for the show to start. And well, it's about to start, and it's starting actually. Again, look at all those lights, and look at all those fireworks entering the ring right now from the back. I think that is just the referee. Yep, it's the referee. And who is the referee? It's, if I'm going to guess, it's Betty Harrowing. Again, for some reason, the entire thing is lagging. And when I say entire thing, it's the viewer. The viewer is lagging. Again, I'm not sure if it's because of the number of avatars in the area right now. You can see that there are a good number of avatars around the arena, and I need to find a location for my viewer to minimize, to display as few avatars as I can, because the more avatars are in view, the laggier the viewer gets, because it's rendering all those avatars, especially when those avatars are like having a very complex number or a high complexity. That will cause some lag. And right now I don't know how I will do it, because again, everyone is around the ring. They're around the squared circle. Okay, so right now I have a total of 4 avatars in view. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
You're welcome. And what is that on your head?
Sorry about that. It seems as though we have a former VAW Women's Champion victory. You know, this is a bit easy. Betty, don't knock me out, alright? We're not here to talk about facts, okay? Leave me alone.
Okay, so entering the ring right now is, oh, let me guess, it's Alice. I think it's Alice because it's a female wrestler and she's carrying something. As far as I know, the only female wrestler that likes to carry things while entering the arena is Alice. And look at that, she's carrying a steel chair. Let's go and mouse over. I think it's a Victory. Yup, it's a Victory. Okay, I was wrong. It wasn't Alice, it was Victory. And Victory is carrying, I thought it was a steel chair, but now that it has loaded a bit, I think it's a medical bag. So what is Victory doing carrying a medical bag? Is she role-playing a medical professional in this match? I have no idea, but she's carrying something. And we just saw the referee Betty Harrowing. She got out of the ring for some reason. I didn't saw Victory threatening the referee. Let's see what's going to happen. Victory is in the middle of the ring. And she's calling out Mr. Spaghetti and Malachi. It seems that Victory has her own goons. So now Mr. Spaghetti and Malachi has or have reduced themselves into the level of goons. Or maybe let's level it up a bit. Let's call them personal bodyguards by Victory. And we see Mr. Spaghetti spinning around like a hamster on a wheel. Okay, so let's go and listen to what Mr. Spaghetti is going to say.
Why we're together? Why this odd couple of me and Malachi? Of course, my girl's not an odd couple, but besides the point, why we're together? Why we're here together? Am I right, Malachi? They heard the rumors. They make a strange team. Why are we even together and all that, Malachi? Why? Tell them.
Everyone seems to think that I'm going to be a backstabber. Well, that's the old Malachi. I've drifted onto a different path in my career.
And that's right. Malachi is a changed man, even though you still owe me freaking damn pizza. That's beside the freaking point. But beside the point, not now. Okay, not now. Yeah, boo him. But besides, that's right. We are announcing a team. We are teaming up. We're like the Golden State Warriors of teaming up. And we're here to give you the name of our stable that will shake up VAW. Malachi, I'm going to say the name, okay?
No, I'm going to tell them the name.
No. You still owe me freaking pizza money. You still owe
shove
me
your pizza money up your butt.
No, I still want pizza money. I still want my pizza money, man. Where is it? Where is my money? Babe, tell him to open. I still want my money, man. Where is my money? Don't give me that bull. Shit. Whoa, what's this? Okay.
Okay, so guys, chill.
Alright. What's babe? What is this? What is this that you are giving me? What is? Oh, so this is why the money.
Victory says, "Put them on, guys. We are proud to announce our team is Category 3. Wow,
What?
that's a unique name. Category 3. That's the name of their new stable, apparently. Oh, are you?
It's getting hot in here. Put that shirt on, Henry.
See, Henry, I've always been mean to you, now I just gave you my shirt. The new me.
Alright, let's get this match going. Guys, come to the side. Bert, come on, let's do our work.
Pinky, can you hear me? Pinky?
Everybody can hear
Pinky.
you. Yes, Henry. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that son of a bitch threw his damn shirt at me, knocked my headset right off. What that was about. But anyways, I guess that's our team. The Category 3, huh? I mean, it's not the culture, not Illuminati. It's pretty interesting, I guess. From the way that they're bickering, I don't know if they'll be able to last as a team, but I guess time will tell. But regardless, this is going to be a good match right here. We've got returning after an absence, Bert Turbo O'Neill. Look at Bert just running down the range. Coming down with his backpack. Like, we literally just witnessed a fight over.
Okay, so we just heard from the Blues Brothers and Sister, and in the ring right now we have Laggy Pants. Look at that, this guy is so laggy because he has a lot of things on him. He has a cap, he has a backpack, and he's carrying an arcade machine on his back. Seriously. It's Bert Turbo, Mr. Laggy Pants. And before that, it seems that Victory, Pasta, and Malachi, or Mr. Spaghetti, I like to call Pasta Mr. Spaghetti, they formed a new faction, and it's called the Blues Brothers. Of course, that is not their name. I'm just making that up because I don't know what the name of their group is. But since they are all wearing blue jackets, I just call them, the Blues Brothers based on that. Okay, so the first match for tonight is between Mr. Laggy Pants and Mr. Spaghetti. The official inside the ring is Betty Harrowing. Of course, my viewer is lagging. So many fans in the arena right now. It's causing my viewer to lag, which is of course having a lot of fans watching is a good thing. It seems that Mr. Laggy Pants is trying to offer a handshake to Mr. Spaghetti, but well, you're not saying it, but I am saying it. Kick to the midsection by I'm going to call it the invisible kick to the midsection by Laggy Pants. There you go. The action is delayed because I'm lagging. You just saw the handshake. Next is you're going to see the kick to the midsection. There you go. Look at that. I am a prophet. I can tell the future. Look at that. He did it twice. And he did it again. But it has no effect on Mr. Spaghetti. Mr. Spaghetti just stood there taking both kicks. Mr. Laggypants bounced off the ropes, and he stopped in front of Mr. Spaghetti, looking at his face. Ooh, Mr. Spaghetti, you look so handsome. And what the freaking hell was that neck breaker by himself? Wow, a neck breaker by himself, and then a few seconds later, Mr. Spaghetti went down. Amazing synchronization by Second Life. Again, Mr. Laggypants bounced up the rope, and he did a sonic roll that's going to come up. There you go, sonic roll. Wow, he's spinning and spinning and spinning. It's not stopping, and boom, right there. He dropped on Mr. Spaghetti. So it's called the sonic roll, but it looks like a rolling thunder. And then a standing senton. What is that? A standing senton. So it's basically a falling on your opponents using your back. Mr. Spaghetti is up, and Mr. Spaghetti is stunned. Laggypants bounced off the ropes, stopped in front of Mr. Spaghetti. Again, look at his face. You're so handsome. Okay, so Laggypants was able to dodge that clothesline. And again, he dodged another clothesline from Mr. Spaghetti, bouncing off the ropes again. He likes to bounce off the rope or ropes. And look at that. He did something. He did something weird all by himself. And then we have a leg lariat by Mr. Spaghetti. Mr. Spaghetti bounced off the ropes. And then it was followed by a leg lariat. I'm sure you're not seeing that because again, Second Life is lagging today. Ooh, look at that. Even though Laggypants is in the center or the middle of the ring, he still bounced off the ropes. And there you go, you saw the leg lariat a few seconds later. Again, that is because of Second Life. Second Life is doing that. We have a pin attempt by Mr. Spaghetti. Referee counting 1, 2. Okay, just a 1 count. Because Mr. Laggypants kicked out in 2. And we see Mr. Spaghetti standing tall over Mr. Laggypants. And we have Mr. Spaghetti trying to pull up Mr. Laggypants' Irish whip. That will happen in just a few seconds. Like 3, 2, 1. 4 seconds later, Irish whip by Mr. Spaghetti. And now we see Mr. Laggypants on the corner. One of the corner. There are 4 corners because the ring is a square. So there are 4 corners. And Mr. Spaghetti is looking at Mr. Laggypants' bright pink and blue hair. And we see a corner chop from Mr. Spaghetti and another corner chop. And another corner chop. It's called a corner chop, but it's basically just a chop or a slap. Mr. Spaghetti slapping Mr. Laggypants' chest. Malachi calls it baby chops. Mr. Spaghetti with a Yakuza kick, and it missed because Mr. Laggypants rolled out of the way. And now he's looking at Mr. Spaghetti, wondering what to do next because he doesn't know what to do next. He's charging forward, and he stopped, and then he did a knee. Ooh, it's called a knee express. A double knee right on Mr. Spaghetti's chest. And now Mr. Spaghetti is lying on the canvas. No, not lying, but sitting down on that corner turnbuckles. And look at that. I don't know what that is, but it looks nice, I guess. And now we see Mr. Lagipants out of the ring. He's entering back. He's back in the ring, I think. Are you back in the ring? Yes, he's in the ring. And we see Mr. Spaghetti trying to get up, wobbling like a spinning top. And we see Mr. Lagipants on the top turnbuckles. I think it's going to do something. A diving hurricane runner by Mr. Lagipants, and the question is, did it connect? Nope, it was countered with a power bomb by Mr. Spaghetti. The diving hurricane runner by Mr. Lagipants got countered by a power bomb from Mr. Spaghetti, and I don't know what actually happened or which one connected. And we have a pin by Mr. Spaghetti, and 1, 2, only a 2 count because Mr. Lagipants kicked out in 2, or Lagipants kicked out in 2. And now we see Mr. Spaghetti frustrated. He is frustrated at himself because he failed to pin down Mr. Lagipants. But still, Mr. Spaghetti is in the offensive. He has the advantage because Mr. Lagipants is still on the canvas, on the ring floor, if you like to call it that, a ring floor, a floor, or just the ring. And we see a chop. Nope, we didn't see a chop. But there's going to be a chop. There you go. And another chop. It's delayed, by the way, by a few seconds. Look at that. Another chop by Mr. Spaghetti on Lagipants' chest. Lagipants is on the ropes. And then, of course, the one of the strongest move in professional wrestling, the mighty shove. If you got shoved in a wrestling match, it will destroy your chest. That's how strong the shove is. And that is why it's called the mighty shove. We see Mr. Spaghetti bouncing off the ropes, and he's charging towards Mr. Lagipants. And a clothesline. Nope, a Yakuza kick. It's called a Yakuza kick, but let's see what it actually is. It's basically just a big boot right on Mr. Lagipants' face. But Mr. Spaghetti is calling it the Yakuza kick. Well, it sounds more notorious than a big boot.
Bad way right now. Referee Betty Herring is looking at the action here.
And look at that, we just saw Mr. Spaghetti fly over the ropes and right on the floor. And now both wrestlers are on the concrete floor outside the ring. But it seems that the offensive is still with Mr. Spaghetti. And Mr. Lagipants is calling for Luigi to save him. Irish whip by Mr. Spaghetti on Lagipants, right on the edge of the ring. And so something happened. There was a series of events and animation, and that brought Mr. Lagipants back inside the ring with Mr. Spaghetti still outside. And now we see Mr. Spaghetti standing over again Mr. Lagipants, wondering what to do. He's thinking, maybe I should tickle him. Nope, he decided to pull him up, trying to get him up and into a gut wrench back breaker, and followed with a pin attempt. 1, 2, and nope, just a 2 count from Mr. Spaghetti. Mr. Laggy Pants kicked out in 2. And that means the match continues. Mr. Spaghetti again pulling up Mr. Laggy Pants. And he is using Mr. Laggy Pants' hair to pull him up. Irish whip by Mr. Spaghetti. Mr. Laggy Pants on the corner turnbuckle. Again, there are 4 corners. I think that is the the turnbuckle to the top right of the screen. Ooh, a hurricane kick by Mr. Laggy Pants. 2 of them. He did it twice, or maybe he only did it once, but it registered twice because of lag. Right now, Second Life is very lagging. It's because of Mr. Laggy Pants. There's a reason why he is called Mr. Laggy Pants, because he is lagging. Front face lock by Mr. Laggy Pants on Mr. Spaghetti. It's a really an awesome submission hold. Float over DDT by Mr. Laggy Pants on Mr. Spaghetti, and Mr. Spaghetti felt that it connected and he's down. And look at that. It seems that Mr. Laggy Pants is or still has a lot of energy. A Koopa splash by Mr. Laggy Pants, and it connected, and we see a pin. 1, 2, and okay, only a 2 count because Mr. Spaghetti kicked out in 2. I know the animation you see in the ring is delayed. Nothing I can do about that because Second Life is lagging right now. You can see and feel the lag in the video. Mr. Spaghetti is still on the canvas. Mr. Laggy Pants went outside the ring, just outside the ropes. I think he's going to fly again because he believes, Mr. Laggy Pants believes that he can fly. We see a wobbling Mr. Spaghetti. Here comes the, what move is that? The Falcon Punch. It's called the Falcon Punch. It's basically just a Superman punch, but it got countered by Mr. Spaghetti. So from a Falcon Punch into a super kick, a elevator, and then followed by, what the freaking hell is that? Oh, that was the elevator. So the Falcon Punch was countered with a fireman's carry, a spinning fireman's carry into a, what was that again? I forgot what move that was. And then after that was a elevator by Mr. Spaghetti, and then a pin attempt, and it's over. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Laggy Pants got pinned. The winner of the match is Mr. Spaghetti. Congratulations to Mr. Spaghetti for that win. Okay, so that was a really fun match to watch. The problem is lag. Nothing we can do about lag. It's part of Second Life. Second Life is almost synonymous to lag. If you say lag, it means Second Life. If you say Second Life, it means lag. So that was an exciting first match with a lot of moves from both wrestlers. A lot of continuous and fluid moves. Of course, there were breaks in the moves, but then again, that's just the limit of, a limitation from Second Life. You won't see breaks like that if you're watching a match in WWE 2K19 or 2K18 or any of the 2K games, because those games or the game was specially built to handle wrestling moves. In Second Life, well, it's very different. The system is built to adapt. But of course, because of the limitations of the system or the engine or basically Second Life, the motion, the movements, the animations are not that fluid, and sometimes there are delays in the animation. And we saw a lot of that in this match between Mr. Laggy Pants and Mr. Spaghetti. Mr. Laggy Pants saying about being real. Mr. Lagipants just called out Nick Casavandes. I don't know why he did that or what he was thinking, but he just name dropped Nick Casavandes. I'm not afraid of that bad. The hero always beats the villain. Okay, so my guess is the villain is Nick Casavandes and the hero is Mr. Lagipants. I'm not sure if this is a challenge to Nick Casavandes. How can he issue a challenge when he just got beaten by Mr. Spaghetti?
He asked for it, so I'm here to please, Henry. I am here to please.
You're here to please. This guy's what? You guy might leave on a checker. What are you talking about? You're here to please. I think it's coming out.
Again, first match of the night was a very strong and good match between Mr. Lagipants and Mr. Spaghetti. Okay, right now coming out from the back we have Nick Casavantes, I think. It's Nick. Nick Casavantes just came out of the back and he is carrying a bat. And right now he's doing a taunt. Nick Casavantes says they're a VAW champion, but what champion is he? Is he the VAW World Heavyweight Champion? I don't see him carrying the belt, or maybe he is the Extreme Champion, or maybe he is the Personal Champion, or maybe the Bat User Champion. There's a lot of championships that you can have if you want. You can give yourself your own title if you want. Nothing will stop you. Are we going to have a match between Laggy Pants and WAW? Okay, so we have a continuous match. This time it's between Mr. Laggy Pants and Nick Casavantes. This is the second match of the evening. We just saw Laggy Pants got beaten by Mr. Spaghetti, and he is already in another match. This is insane. It's crazy. Why is he doing this? Nick Casavantes stomped on the foot of Mr. Laggy Pants, and then we have a bell clap. What is that? Followed by a European uppercut. So right now Nick Casavantes is just beating up Mr. Laggy Pants. Muay Thai spin back kick. Followed by a leg lariat. Wow. So it seems that Nick Casavantes has an arsenal of moves. Wow, they sound like weapons of war. There is a proper term for that. Another one, a rebound corkscrew body splash by Nick Casavantes on Mr. Laggy Pants. 1, 2, and Mr. Laggy Pants kicked out in 2. he basically just received a whole bunch of moves, offensive moves from the VAW champion Nick Casavantes. Yeah, but he was still able to kick out of that pin attempt. Irish whip by Nick Casavantes on Mr. Laggy Pants. And look at that, Mr. Laggy Pants stopped. He did a rolling soul butt kick. Oh, that was Nick Casavantes, a rolling soul butt kick. It's basically a roundhouse kick, a spinning roundhouse kick, and that dropped Mr. Laggy Pants. Another Irish whip, but this time in one of the corners. This time it's the bottom right corner, and now he followed that up with a series of knees. Knees to Mr. Laggy Pants midsection. Referee counting 1, 2, and we just saw Nick Casavantes stopping, and now he is confronting the referee, and he tells the referee Betty Harwin to back off. I have 5 seconds. Yes, you do have 5 seconds, so you could have continued kneeing Mr. Laggy Pants without without even acknowledging the referee. You can do that. You can ignore the referee. Okay, both struggle for a position. They are struggling for position in that corner turnbuckles. Of course, look at that. Mr. Laggy Pants got the advantage, and now Nick Casavantes is down. And Laggy Pants did a sky twister press from the top turnbuckle, from the bottom right turnbuckle, and I believe it connected, and the fans go wild, and the fans are shouting, holy sh, holy sh. Okay, I can't say that because YouTube will not like it. And right now Nick Casavantes is crawling, and now he's wobbling. Mr. Laggy Pants just stood up straight, looking at Nick Casavantes, admiring Nick's white skin. Of course, Nick didn't appreciate that, and he threw a punch to Mr. Laggy Pants midsection. And Nick Casavantes whispered into Mr. Laggy Pants' ear, I'm not white. But he is white. Look at his skin. It's pale white actually. There is a kick to the midsection, and Nick Casavantes followed that up with a DDT. DDT means don't do this, because you could get hurt doing it. Nick Casavantes on the top turnbuckle with a, what move is he going to do? Is he going to fly again? And the fans are shouting, do it! Mr. Laggy Pants is on his is in all fours. He was able to stand up wobbling. A flying high knee by Nick Casavantes connected, and Mr. Laggy Pants went down again after that flying high knee. I don't know how it connected because it's flying and it's high, and the target is on the ring. We have another pinfall, 1, 2, and okay, I think Mr. Laggy Pants again kicked out in 2. Wow, so Mr. Laggy Pants is putting up a fight. He is not going down without a fight. And again, Nick Casavantes confronts the referee Betty Harrowing. Mr. Lagipants is crawling, trying to get up, crawling, spinning, crawling. Right now he's under Nick Casavantes. And we see a roll-up by Mr. Lagipants, but what happened? 1, 2, and okay, we have an upset here. Winner of this match from a roll-up because Nick Casavantes was too busy arguing with the referee. And we have an upset victory by Mr. Lagipants. Wow, so winner of the match is Mr. Lagipants. Congratulations, Mr. Lagipants. Nick Casavantes was very, very careless. He kept complaining and he kept confronting the referee whenever there is a call he didn't like. And while he was distracted from his complaining, Mr. Lagipants took advantage and rolled him up for the victory. Wow, so it is your fault, Nick Casavantes. So that was the second match of the evening, and it seems that Nick Casavantes is not yet finished. He pulled up Mr. Lagipants and did a switchblade kick. So it's like a spinning high kick, something like that. Well, it looks like that, but it's called a switchblade kick, and Mr. Lagipants, like in the first match, he was left on the ring in pain. Okay, so after two exciting match in today's VAW Elite, I'm looking forward to the next match, and it's between the question is there another match? So let's go and listen to the commentators to find out if there is another match or not.
Championships are up for grabs. I hope you guys can make it, because it's going to be a show that you don't want to miss.
Yeah. And while my headset was off, I was saying, Andrew in the audience, he was telling Nick to kill Bert, and I was like, I really hope that you beefed up security, because we need to escort that man out of the arena. I really don't trust that man. But my mic was off the entire time, so like, I don't know if you heard it or not.
No, we didn't hear a damn thing you were saying. I thought you fell asleep like Gina did that last time.
Oh no, I don't fall asleep on command. I don't do that.
So I'm just out here making sure you do a good job, you know.
Yeah. You know who else is out here, though? The VAW referee Harmon Jason, our senior official. Listen,
Welcome,
this man
Harmon.
has been through it. This man has been through it. You can tell. You can just look at somebody and know that they've been through it, and let me tell you, this man has really, really been through it. Yeah, Alex Golden wanted somebody to give that man retirement. Listen, Harmon Jason won't retire until he's dead.
Okay, so there is another match for tonight because there is a new referee in the ring, and the referee is this old dude. His name is Harmon Jason, VAW referee, but still I don't know who's coming out. Like you, I have no idea what's going to happen, but I see some lights and I see some red lights, and it means that everyone should stop because red means stop. It's a red light. But of course, it doesn't mean like that here in VAW. Okay, so somebody is coming out, two of them. Let's see who they are. Let's zoom in. Let's see who are coming out. Oh, I think it's J. Alexander Frost with Gina Rose. It's Gina Rose and J. Alexander Frost. That is my guess. I could be wrong. We will find out whether I'm right or wrong in just a few seconds. And we see the lady. She went up the ring, and now she entered the ring. She's followed by the man behind him. Yup, it's Gina Rose, and if it's Gina Rose, then that means the guy is J. Alexander Frost. So we have Gina and Jay in the ring right now. It seems that Jay is having a hard time entering the ring. He needs to do it again because he's still outside the ropes. He's on the ring. Ah, look at that. He just walked past through the ropes. Okay, so we're looking at J. Alexander Frost right now. VAW champion J. Alexander Frost.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And he is very loud as always.
are welcome to Virtual J Wrestling. I am the man, the myth, the legend, the VAW heavyweight champion of the universe, and the man that single-handedly saved all of you from mediocre champions like Pasta and others. And also, I just want to say one thing to, Stinky and Pinky over there. I am a two-time world champion and one-time intercontinental champion. You need to learn your place there, people. And not Pasta. Henry, I want to say I'm really, really, really sorry that you had to retire. I'm really, really, really sad from the bottom of my heart that it wasn't me who took you out of your misery.
Oh,
However,
thanks. Thank you.
However, yes, boo Tomahawk for being such a wuss. I hurt my neck. Guess what? People like me, I don't get hurt. I don't get injured. I know what I'm doing inside the ring. I don't have to practice. I'm great. Now, actually, today is not about me. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very rare occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the queen of professional wrestling and the most beautiful, most amazing, most intelligent woman and professional wrestler on the planet, Gina Rose.
Why, thank you, Jay. So, like I said on Twitter, your queen said, I am amazing, I am beautiful, and I'm better than all your girlfriends and wives. I'm perfect. I am so amazing and talented that I deserve to be in the match for the vacant VAW Women's Legacy Championship at Undisputed. Don't I, Pinky?
I'm sorry. Say what?
Now, Pinky, you said you're going to be unbiased. Okay, so answer the woman.
I'm serious. I did not hear what she was saying. Jay was spewing so much shit. I stepped away for a few. So, if you don't mind repeating, please.
I said that I am amazing and talented and I deserve to be in the match for the vacant VAW Women's Legacy Championship.
Okay. Let me think about this for a second. I do believe that you do deserve that chance, and I believe I'll make that match a gauntlet match. So, if you want to win, you'd have to go through a few more competitors. One of them being Victory, and and two more will be named next week. I think that sounds fair, does it? I think it does.
Pinky, you have an agenda towards me and Gina, and I know that. And you try to make it unfair for me and her, no matter what the match is. Gauntlet, Hell in a Cell, dildo on a fire stick, it doesn't matter. Gina will be the rightful VAW Women's Legacy Champion, and there's no shadow of a doubt that she is the number one female wrestler. No matter who you throw at her, I will make sure that this beautiful woman is ready for every ball of shit that you throw at her, and she will dodge it because she's amazing. Now I will now watch Gina kick some serious ass, and all of you are going to be entertained by that, so I will now go out, look amazing, while Gina will kick some serious ass.
Well, there you have it. Strong words from J. Alexander Frost and Gina Rose.
Is
Thank
he
you.
done?
Yeah, he's done. Listen, the man didn't make fun of me, but I hope you know, as he said, there isn't a shadow of a doubt that he's gonna get you back.
Please
when
spare
that
me.
time comes, Pinky, he's gonna get you back because that was pretty intense the way you said that. I kind of peed a little bit thinking about it.
I was petrified. That was bad.
Okay, so we just heard from J. Alexander Frost and from Gina Rose. It seems that Gina Rose is, or she wants a chance or a match for the vacant VAW Legacy Women's Championship. I don't know what that is, but right now she has a match with whom we will find out. Well, she is already in the ring and her opponent is still at the back. Who her opponent is, well, we will find out in a few seconds, and I think somebody is coming out right now, and let's see who it is. It's Rain. Okay, so last week Rain wasn't showing. For some reason, Rain, together with one of the referees, didn't appear on my viewer. It was some kind of bug. I know I didn't de-render them, but for some reason they were invisible in my viewer. But today, well, we can see that Rain is right there. We're looking at Rain. There you go. She just walked through the ropes. So we have here Rain, and she's wearing a mask. Why is she wearing a mask? Have no idea. Well, she took off the mask and now we see Rain. And now we have both wrestlers. They're doing the cha-cha at the center of the ring with Rain with a wrist lock and an arm drag. And now both ladies are up again. They are again in a lockup. Of course, an eye rake by Gina Rose, one of the most powerful wrestling move in the whole universe. An eye rake. And of course, we see an old punch and a standing knee strike. Okay, so I'm too fast for the animation. Again, we have a lockup and a shove. Ooh, look at that. Rain just Gina Rose just what did you do? She just she just shove. Well, that's now how I would describe that, because Rain just flew a few meters away from Gina Rose, and then Gina Rose grabbed Rain's hair, and not just her hair, her head as well, and did a face slam. What it means is that Gina Rose slammed Rain's face on the mat or on the canvas. And right now they're just standing there. Bionic elbow by Rain. Wow, it's bionic. It's basically just an elbow. And it was followed by a haymaker. A big punch by Rain, and now Gina Rose is down. Irish whip by Rain. Gina Rose bouncing off the ropes, and now she's face to face with Rain. Ooh, my goodness, what was that? An insiguri, I think that's what it's called. Gina Rose tried to get up. She's up, and she's really frustrated. Of course, we see her bouncing babies, and it's a little bit distracting, but nothing I can do but look. Gina Rose bouncing off the ropes, and it's not that's not the only thing that was bouncing off the ropes. Gina Rose with a stomping on Rain, while Rain is still on the canvas, lying on the canvas, and Gina Rose is taunting Rain, calling Rain a unicorn girl. I don't know why she called Rain a unicorn girl. She doesn't look like a unicorn. Irish whip by Gina Rose. Rain on the corner turnbuckles. That is not a good location. And now we have Gina Rose with a series of punches. Midsection punches on Rain, and Rain went down. And this time Gina Rose is trying to choke. She's trying to choke Rain with her foot. Gina Rose choking Rain. This time Gina Rose grabbed one of Rain's leg. What is she going to do next? I'm sure she's going to do something vicious like a stomp. Gina Rose just stomped on Rain, and now we have a pin. 1, 2. It's a pin attempt, not a pin, but a pin attempt. And Rain kicked out in 2. And J. Alexander Frost is not happy about that. And we see Rain trying to get up. And Jay is somewhat insulting the referee. He's trying to tell the referee to learn how to count. And look at that big punch by Rain on Gina Rose, and Gina Rose felt that. Another punch by Rain, followed by a kick to the midsection, and then an Irish whip. And Gina Rose is, what happened? I just heard somebody speaking, and now Gina Rose is on the bottom left corner turnbuckles, and a spinning heel kick, a leaping spinning heel kick by Rain connected. And this time I think Rain is trying to rearrange Gina Rose's face by slamming it on the top turnbuckle. And Rain is dragging Gina Rose back to the center of the ring with a headlock. I think it's a headlock. Again, I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Rain with a slap. Ooh, another vicious move. A slap. And this time Rain bouncing off the ropes by herself. And she did a drop kick and it connected on Gina Rose's face. Again with Gina Rose's face. First Rain with the with Rain slamming Gina Rose's face on the top turnbuckle, and this time a drop kick to the face by Rain. And here we have a flying splash by Rain. I think it connected. Yes, it did. It connected. I think Rain should follow that up with another move or a pin attempt. She should try to cover Gina right now. Well, look at that. Gina Rose is crawling away from Rain. She is crawling and crawling and well, she stopped crawling a few seconds ago. And right now, J. Alexander Frost is saying something to Gina Rose. I don't know what she said. Rain with a Russian leg sweep on Gina Rose, and Gina is again back on the canvas, lying on her back on the canvas. And this time Rain is pulling Gina Rose's hair. Look at Gina Rose's crown or tiara. It doesn't fall off. It is permanently fixed on her head. J. Alexander Frost telling the referee to disqualify Rain. Of course, that will not happen. I think what is that move? I think that is called a bulldog. I could be wrong. And then Rain followed that up with a stomp. This time it's Rain's turn to stomp on Gina Rose. And still there's a lot of bouncing happening with Gina Rose. And here we have a pin attempt. 1, 2, and it's only a 2 count. Is it a 2 count? Yes, I believe it's only a 2 count. So Gina Rose kicked out in 2. And Rain is just waiting for something. Okay, so what is Rain doing now? We see J. Alexander Frost on the ring, and it seems that Rain got distracted. J. Alexander Frost is distracting Rain, and we see Gina Rose behind Rain. I think something sinister is going to happen, and that sinister thing is a rope ride. What is a rope ride? There you go. Oh, so that is a rope ride. So basically, Gina Rose carried or lift up Rain and then uh, drop her on the rope, on the top rope, and then Gina Rose shaked the rope. So that is a rope ride. And this time Gina Rose is looking at Rain. Oh, you're so beautiful, Rain. I want to slap your face because you're so beautiful. I'm not sure if she's going to do that, but again, still with the bouncing babies. Gina Rose and her two bouncing babies. They are so distracting. This time, Gina Rose didn't slap Rain, but she's choking Rain right now. And the referee is not doing anything. Why is the referee not counting? That is a choke. Hey ref, what are you doing, ref? There you go. The ref decided to count. the ref fell asleep. Maybe the ref got distracted by Gina Rose's bouncing babies. That's not good. Again, Jay Alexander Frost is on the ring. Well, he's not inside the ring, but he is on the ring. So what's happening here? Is the match over? Let's see. I said you're disqualified, Gina. Ah, okay. So it seems that the referee disqualified Gina Rose. Again, it's because the referee got distracted by Gina Rose's bouncing babies. I think bouncing babies should not be allowed in the ring because they're babies. And look at that, we see Alice. This time it's Alice and Rain. Alice is on top of Rain. What's happening right here? Alice just came inside the ring and immediately attacked Rain. So Gina Rose was disqualified. The winner of this match is Rain. Winner is Rain. I'm going to repeat it again. Winner is Rain. I don't know why. Well, I know why Gina Rose was disqualified, because she was choking Rain. But the question is, the referee wasn't counting. We all saw it. The referee wasn't counting. And if the referee wasn't counting, why did Gina Rose? Why was she disqualified? There was no count. Gina Rose has like 5 seconds to release the choke. But since the referee was too busy, too distracted with Gina Rose's bouncing babies, he forgot to count. And then decided to just disqualify Gina Rose. Wow! Again, guys, this was a fun match. Another fun match. It was a match between Rain and Gina Rose with some extracurricular activities from Alice. Well, it doesn't change the fact that Rain won this match. Okay, so let's go and listen. I'm not sure if there is another match. So let's go and listen to the commentators, the Tomahawk and Pinky.
Oh, so you have no remorse. You have no remorse for the fact that Rain was just in the ring. The match ended, and then Alice comes in and beats her in the face. No remorse whatsoever. Like, you enjoy this? You think this is good?
It's entertainment. I mean, I hope Rain is okay. Guys, you did not enjoy that. That was beautiful to watch.
Oh, don't get that
Gina,
audience in on this shit. No.
Gina did not win that match.
Oh, so
Rain
that's the
got
upside.
Yeah.
Okay, so you strongly believe that this is entertaining, and you do anybody in the audience agree with her? Because I don't think so. This is entertaining. Watch it exactly. See, these people came here to watch good wrestling. They didn't come here to see people get beat up and, well, nearly, taken out of the business forever. I mean, come on. Somebody's laughing their bum off, so that person's just as crazy as you are, Pinky. Damn, you know what? I'm just here trying to do the right thing and you're all hating on me. Okay, I see how it is. That's fine,
You set yourself up for that.
Listen, when something tragic happens, don't come crawling to Henry. Alright?
Calm down. Your hat
Anyways,
might be on too tight.
Oh my god. Are you still wearing those stripper boots from earlier? Because I might be cutting off circulation.
Look at me. I'm dressed professionally, thank you.
I'm sorry. I don't take the time to look at you. And
you should.
See what you're... Anyways, we need to move on. We need to move on here, Pinky. I'm not trying to lose my job on the first day. I'm sorry. I can't stand this sick, disgusting display of just... It's just, I can't. Anyways, keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you okay now? You're calm? Alex, that does sound like a great idea. I'll think about it.
Alright, here we go. Coming out first for the next match. He is from the culture.
Okay, so the next match is about to start. The Tomahawk and Pinky were arguing about something. But that is not why we're here. We are here to watch some wrestling, not people arguing about something. And entering the ring right now, even though it's lagging, is... Who's this guy? Person! Wow, his name is Person! It's Skillex. So we have Skillex entering the ring. And look at that, he's doing his entrance pose, I guess you can call it a pose. He's doing the glorious pose, the Bobby Roode glorious pose. Glorious. I don't know the lyrics of that song, but that entrance is awesome. I freaking love Bobby Roode. Well, unfortunately, I'm not watching Bobby Roode anymore. I'm not watching AJ Styles anymore. I'm not watching Samoa Joe anymore. I'm not watching many of my favorite wrestlers anymore because they left Impact Wrestling. And I just heard yesterday or a couple of days ago that even Abyss is now in WWE, not as a talent but a backstage worker. Abyss is no longer in Impact Wrestling. So sad. I wish maybe if he was a talent, an in-ring talent in WWE, I might go watch one match to see how they will dumb down Abyss. Abyss is like a clone of Mankind. You can't dumb down Mankind. How do you dumb down Mankind? It's Mankind. And Abyss is like Mankind's long lost son or brother or something like that. And I like Abyss, even though it's just a clone of Mankind. Anyway, so going back to the match, and who is this guy? Skillex is fighting Elijah the Giant. Ooh, okay, so this is my second time saying Elijah the Giant, and this time he is facing Skillex. Wow, look at that thing. That thing is a beast. Is Elijah the Giant a jobber? I don't know. Maybe he is a jobber, because that is Skillex. Elijah the Giant moves really slow, and Skillex is pushing him back, pushing him back, pushing him back. And again, still Skillex is still pushing Elijah the Giant back. Wow, imagine that, Skillex pushing a giant. Well, Elijah the giant is not that big. I think he's around seven feet tall, maybe. I'm just guessing. And this is a very long lockup. And this time it's Elijah the giant doing the pushing. And Elijah with a shove, of course, the mighty shove. And that sent Skrillex flying 10 feet away from Elijah the giant. Somebody shouting, "Sit on him." Oh, we have another lockup. Maybe this match is a match of lockups. Again, Elijah with another shove, the mighty shove. One of the strongest moves in professional wrestling, the mighty shove. And right now, the two wrestlers are just exchanging slaps. Slap with the right hand, slap with the right hand, slap with the right hand, slap. Oh, that was an elbow. I think that was an elbow. And that was a slap. An elbow and a slap. Or maybe they're both throwing elbows. I'm not sure what they're throwing. Are they throwing slaps? Are they throwing elbows? Are they throwing punches? The animation is not that fluid, or it's not that smooth right now. Again, it could be because of lag. Lag is the enemy of Second Life. And many events in Second Life becomes very laggy because of lag. Oh, look at that. We have a takedown by Elijah the giant. And now we have a headlock. A takedown headlock by Elijah the giant. And I don't think Skrillex is enjoying that. I'm not enjoying watching it. I'm sure Skrillex is not enjoying what's happening to him right now. That is not a very enjoyable experience, being smooshed like that. And what can Skrillex do? Well, he can get smooshed. He needs to get away from, or he needs to break free from that headlock. Maybe this match will end in a headlock. And we see Elijah the giant. He got up. Skrillex is doing something. Well, he's still in a headlock. Again, he needs to break free from that headlock. He wants to break free. And Skrillex is just standing there. What happened? He was just standing there. And now they're bouncing off the ropes. Ah, okay. So something happened, and look at that. We see Skrillex bouncing off the ropes while Elijah the giant is somewhat stuck on the ropes. Clothesline by Skrillex, and that sent Elijah the giant over the top rope and down on the floor. That is big because Elijah is big, and that fall gave him, or dealt a lot of damage to Elijah the giant. Just imagine the impact of that move. And now we see Skrillex running back and forth. Is he going to fly? is Skillex afraid to fly? And we're going to find out if he is afraid to fly or not. And there you go, a suicide dive. Suicide dive by Skillex, and he landed on Elijah the Giant. It connected to Elijah. Of course, that also damaged Skillex. That move didn't left Skillex unscathed or unscathed, whatever, however you pronounce that. And now the count is up to 5. Referee is counting. This time the referee is counting. In the last match, while Gina Rose was choking Rain, the referee wasn't counting. He was just looking at Gina Rose's bouncing babies. I'm not even sure if I can say bouncing babies. Some people might get offended by that. Count is at 7. Elijah is still trying to get up. Count is at 8. Are we going to see a count out? I don't think so. Elijah is already on the ring, and there he goes. He's back inside the ring. But Skillex was waiting for him. Okay, so that looks awkward. And what was that move? So Skillex, he turned around, went around Elijah, and then finished it up with some kind of a DDT. Again, I don't know what to call that move. I'm not familiar with that move. It looks awesome, but I don't know the name. Okay, so Skillex went for a quick cover, and Elijah kicked out in 2. Even though we didn't see Elijah kicking out, but he did kick out in 2, I think. And a stomp by Skillex on Elijah. Well, Elijah tried to get up. Again, Elijah trying to get up, but he got hit with those stomps and he went back down. Skillex with another stomp, but this time on this side. The first 2 stomps were on the other side. It's very important where you stomp your opponent. And we see Skillex here. What is Skillex going to? Is he going to fly again? Yes, he will. He's going to try and fly once more. This time he's going to do a 540, 360, 280 spinning backflip. I'm just making things up right now. Okay, so we have Skillex on the top turnbuckle, sitting. Elijah the Giant is positioning himself. Oh, we see a stomp. Wow, that is a very long range. You see Skillex down here, but he's stomping on Elijah the Giant, who's at the center or at the middle of the ring. How is that even possible? Wow, the magic of Second Life. So Elijah is up, and oh, we just saw a splash by Skillex, but he missed, and Elijah the Giant countered with a belly-to-belly suplex. Wow, okay, so that was a great counter by Elijah the Giant. Skillex received a ton of damage from that move because he wasn't expecting it. He went for a splash on the top turnbuckle. Elijah the Giant moved out of the way. Oh no, he didn't move out of the way. He stood up and caught Skillex and countered the move with a belly-to-belly suplex. And right now, Elijah the Giant is on the offensive. And we're looking at a bunch of people watching the match right now. Good for them. And another belly-to-belly suplex by Elijah the Giant on Skillex. And he basically threw Skillex over the top ropes and down on the floor right now. The referee is counting. He is counting Skillex, who is outside the ring right now. The count is at 4. Elijah the Giant just, at the center of the ring, kneeling down, catching his breath, while the referee continues with the count. Are we going to see a count out? Okay, I don't think we'll see a count out. Skillex is back. Elijah with a big boot right on Skillex's face. Wow, and now I think we're going to see a cover. Nope. Elijah decided not to cover. Maybe he will still cover. Well, it's just looking at Skillex. Yes, he did. Went for a cover. 1, 2, and Skillex kicked out in 2. And something happened. Ooh, look at that. We have a new subscriber. It's Mayra Nascimento. Thank you very much to Mayra for subscribing. Hope you are enjoying the match between Skillex and Elijah the Giant. And now the fans are shouting, "Body slam him." I think they're shouting it at Elijah. Again, Elijah is on the offensive right now. Skillex still wobbly. Well, he's up, and a big shove by Skillex, and a series of punches by Skillex. Ooh, a spinning backhand right on Skillex, right on Elijah's face, and he followed that up with a lariat. I still don't know what's the difference between a clothesline and a lariat. Somebody explained it to me. A lariat is like, it's moving downwards. A clothesline is a little bit higher. There's a difference. It's just that it's hard to notice the difference. So Skillex is setting up a big running knee. A running knee by Skillex right on Elijah's head. Wow, it connected, and we see Skillex with a cover. 1, 2, and it's freaking over. Winner is Skillex. So Skillex finished Elijah with a running knee. I know you guys didn't see that. I hope you guys saw that, but it was so quick. I just barely saw it, but it was a running knee. So that finished off Elijah. Winner of the match is Skillex. Wow, congratulations. That was an awesome match between those two wrestlers. Excuse me. Okay, so let's go and listen back to the commentators, the Tomahawk and Pinky Rodex.
Okay, so to stand a chance against 3 guys that are super talented, or what? I mean, he's talented in his own right, but come on.
I know. I mean, I wanted to come out here and show the public who the general manager is, and I wanted to do it in a big way, which is why I created this Hell in a Cell match. And I'm proud of all these contestants and those that moved forward. And I think Jay should be very worried because he doesn't have one person to worry about. He has 3. So pinfall by anybody, they don't have to cover him. That title is up for grabs. So I'm pretty sure it's pissing his pants. That's why it's pretty bitchy for the past couple weeks, but that's fine. At Undisputed 7, he has to do his best to keep his title.
Yeah, and think about that. Nobody has to get pinned inside of the ring. It could be on top of the cell, too. And not only that,
Right.
you have that match. You have whatever is happening if you decide to do something with Bert that's really proven himself tonight, going up against Nick. You have that gauntlet match for the vacant VAW Women's Legacy Championship. That's going to have participants from both brands, I would assume. I mean, come on. There's so many matches. You have Alice versus Rain for the VAW Women's Championship, and that's been a rivalry that's been brewing since day one. Oh, I can't wait to see how the rest of this card shapes up.
Which is why you guys should not miss the event. Write it down in your calendars on February the 9th at 5 p.m. SLT.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going into the main event. If you've been here since the beginning or if you just popped in, thank you for hanging out with us here tonight. Let's close the show out with a bang. It's going to be a good one. We appreciate you all coming here tonight to support Virtual Attitude Wrestling. If you want, grab some crowd jesters from behind us. Join our fan group to get notified and follow our Facebook post page. Woo! Can't talk. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, your first competitor in this match, representing Killuminati, Kaylin Bourne, alongside Kyrie Paramore.
Okay, so we have the main event. According to the Tomahawk, this is the main event of the evening. Entering the ring right now, accompanied by Kaylin Rain Fontaine, is Kyrie Paramore. I don't even know who's competing. It could be Kaylin, it could be Kyrie. It's Kaylin and Kyrie. The double K are back. And they are... Where are they? I don't see Kaylin. I see Kyrie. Kyrie is still loading. Kyrie's body is still loading. Look at that. And there you go. His body just loaded right after he entered the friggin' ring. So it's the double K. Of course, this is a singles match. But still, we have the double K right here. Kaylin and Kyrie. Kyrie and Kaylin. They look the same. I think they're using the same avatar. Maybe they're using the same shape. Their outfits are different, but if you look at them closely, they look very much the same. It's like they're twins, or it's like they're clones of each other. Okay, so next we have right now on the ramp, the opponent is James Chaos Riker, or Riker. James Chaos Riker. Let's go and zoom in. Let's see what he looks like. Ah, look at that. Oh, it's Mr. Stiff Hands. Now I remember you. It's James Stiff Hands. Look at those big stiff hands. He has big hands, but they are very stiff. Look at those stiff hands. My goodness. Why are they so stiff? I need to tweet this. Stiff hands. Okay, tweeting that out. It's James Chaos Riker, or simply James Stiff Hands. And his opponent is, I think it's Kyrie. Yup, oh, it's Kaylin. So it's Kaylin. You see that? I mistook Kaylin for Kyrie because they look practically the same. And look at those stiff hands. My goodness. Headlock by Kaylin on stiff hands. I'm going to call you Big Stiff Hands. Ooh, takedown by Kalen, still with the headlock. And again, stiff hands with his stiff hands. And Kalen is not letting go of James. James with an Irish whip. He managed to Irish whip Kalen. And Kalen bouncing off the ropes. It's going to happen. Just wait for it. Kalen will bounce off the ropes. There you go. See? It took a few seconds, but it happened. Hard shoulder block by stiff hands on Kalen. Ooh, oh, wow, look at that. And that sent Kalen flying. Well, it didn't send Kalen flying, but it did flip Kalen over. And we see Kalen, and he is frustrated. I'm getting confused with my pronouns now. My goodness. And we see a lockup between Kalen and James. Stiff hands. Kalen with a kick to the midsection. Or was it? Was it the midsection? Maybe it's lower than the midsection. I don't know what happened there, but oh, it's a bicycle kick. Again, bicycle kick by Kalen on James. Stiff hands. And that sent James back down on the canvas. Kalen with a pin, hooking the leg for a 1 count. Stiff hands was able to kick out in 1. Just a 1 count for Kalen. Kalen needs to get a count of 3. And now Kalen stomping on James. Stiff hands. Okay, Kalen stomp on his stiff hands. Look at those stiff hands. Those are big stiff hands. Go stomp on them. I'm sure you won't miss stomping on those stiff hands. Kalen just went to the corner. Bottom right corner. I think he's going to try and fly. Maybe do a backflip. A backflip splash, maybe. I'm sure he's going to do something risky, like maybe walking back to James with a clothesline. Look at that. Kalen stood up rather quickly from that clothesline. And James with another clothesline. 2 clothesline from James. Stiff hands. And another clothesline. So how many clotheslines were those? Those were like 3 clotheslines. And what? I think the only thing James can do are clotheslines. And we have a count 1, 2. Kalen kicked out in 2. Again, there is a delay in the animations right now because of lag. And this time, James is on the offensive. And he picked up Kalen. Irish whip by James on Kalen. Kalen bouncing off the ropes. Wait for it. Kalen will bounce off the ropes. It will happen. It will. No! he that that is impossible. I'm not sure what's happening right now. I think Kalen is like beating himself. Look at that. Kalen is throwing himself on the turnbuckles. What's happening right now? This is so weird. It looks so weird. Look at that. James is right over there, but something, an invisible force is kicking Kalen. And we just saw James with a splash, a corner splash, but he missed because Kalen rolled out of the way. And this time, Kalen is on the offensive, unless of course James can counter with something. Again, there was a weird part, and that was when Kalen was getting hit by an invisible something. A drop kick by Kalen right on James' face. It connected and James went down. Stiff hands went down. And what do we see here? A figure 4 leg lock by Kalen on James' stiff hands. Let's take a closer look at how it was applied. Will James submit? Will James tap out? That is the question. Or will James break free from this hold? This is a submission hold. It's a figure 4 leg lock, but it doesn't look that way because they're somewhat diagonal. I don't know why the referee is counting. Maybe something is happening that we're not seeing. The referee is counting. Kalen is shouting, tap, tap. Alex fans are saying, break him, Kalen. Of course, with James' big stiff hands, I don't think James will submit, or will he? I don't think James knows how to break free from a figure 4 leg lock. Oh, what happened there? It seems that Kalen broke the hold. I don't know why he broke the hold. And he decided to, do a stomp instead. So Kalen broke the figure 4 leg lock hold and instead went for a series of stomps. My guess is stomping someone is better than a figure 4 leg lock hold. Of course, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just reading too much from it. Irish whip by Kalen. James bouncing. Oh, well. James was not able to bounce off the ropes because that is a corner. So James got Irish whipped to one of the corners. It's the top left corner of the ring. Kalen wraps his knee around the rope. Look at that. It is some kind of hold, but that is not allowed. Kalen has a few seconds to stop doing what he's doing because the referee is counting. If that count reaches 5, then it's over for Kalen. But fortunately, it's only up to 4. Okay, so Kalen at the center of the ring, and right now he is flaunting his sexy body, And Kerry Paramore, I think he's going to do something bad to James. Of course, I'm just guessing. Big boot by James on Kalen. Did it connect? Yes, it connected. Kalen went down from that big boot. Too bad it wasn't the big hands. If that was the big hands of James, then this match would have been over. And this time it's James doing the taunting and flaunting, and he just announced that it's over. Kerry just entered the ring. We're going to see a disqualification here. I don't know why Kerry Paramore entered the ring, but if he do something to James, it's going to be a disqualification because the referee is just right there. Kerry just slapped. He just slapped James, and then Kerry with a big boot. There you go, and James went down. This is a disqualification, rep. I'm not sure what the referee is doing. He can clearly see it. Yes, it's a disqualification. So winner of the match is James Stiff Hands. You can't do that. You can't interfere with a match, especially when it's a singles match. And right now, Kalen and Kerry is thumping on James Stiff Hands. I don't know why they're doing this. They were already disqualified by the referee, but I don't think they care anymore. Again, winner of the match is James Stiff Hands, with Kerry and Kalen doing some extracurricular activities after the match. I feel something bad is going to happen to James. Look at that. Was that I think it was some kind of big boot. Big boot by Kerry. So the double K are double teaming against James. This is not a fair fight. But then again, there is no such thing as a fair fight. I don't think the two of them are finished yet. They are still working on James. Okay, Kalen just shoved James. And James just went through the corner turnbuckles. Still, Kalen is working on James with Kerry watching from behind. We see Kerry over there. We have Kalen over here. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? Again with my pronouns. Hopefully there are no pronouns police out there. Don't want to get arrested for saying the wrong pronouns. Look at that. James countered with a spear. Okay, so that he took down Kerry. So James took down Kerry What is he going to do next? Is big boot by James on Kaylen. So James took down Kyrie with a spear, and he took down Kaylen with a big boot. Okay. So I guess this is over. So let's go back and listen to the commentators. We have again, the commentators are the Tomahawk, Henry Parker, and Pinky Rodex. So let's go and listen to them once more.
That gave me two. Pinky, your thoughts?
Hey, I'm right there with him.
That gives me chills. Yeah, this man just got beat up by Kyrie and Kalen, but this time he didn't take it. This man is his own equalizer. He didn't even need anybody. Jesus, what a show of strength. And look at Kyrie just going backstage, leaving Kalen to suffer in the ring. Kyrie didn't want any part of that. He was like, nope.
That's the funny part.
Yeah, he's like, nope. And there's Kalen. Can't say he didn't deserve it. I mean, I'll give him this. He put up one hell of a fight before all of that happened. But that's what he gets. That's what he gets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this episode of Virtual Attitude Wrestling Elite. We appreciate it. Pinky, thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to stick around, and even though I won't be in the ring, call the action here because it's a much different perspective.
You're welcome. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out. Make sure that you guys show up at our next show next Saturday, same place, same time, 5 p.m. SLT. Until then, stay safe.
Okay guys, so I guess that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode of VAW Elite presented by Virtual Attitude Wrestling in Second Life. Again, if you want to see more wrestling action in this channel, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it to your friends, and if you have any comments, questions, or reactions, post them in the comment section below. So guys, again, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.